Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have this 2021 Mazda CX-9 and we're going to do the front grille chrome delete installation for this vehicle. So as you can see, this is how it looks before the installation and this is how it looks after the installation. So we use the gloss black material, that way it matches the color scheme of the front grille. If you like the product, link for the product will be down in the description below. So with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. So before starting the installation, we need to make sure we prep the chrome panel. So to prep it, you could use any type of cleaning product solution that's safe to use on your vehicle. So just make sure you remove all the contaminants from the panel. And after you're done cleaning the whole panel, make sure that the panel is dry, because for this install, we need the panel to be dry. So we're going to start off by installing the film for this piece of the panel. So for this one, make sure to remove the protective layer off the film. Once you remove the protective layer, you can start with the installation. So with this one, start here on the cutout of the grille panel. So align it right there. And then when it comes to aligning the film, you could use the top half of the chrome here as a guide in order to align the top piece. So it should be like this. And if you need to fix the film, just lift it carefully and readjust it. It should look like that. Once you place the film, grab your squeegee and start tacking down the whole film. And make sure to remove any air that's behind the film. So once you're done tacking down the film, the next thing to do would be trim off the excess material that's underneath the film and also on the edge of the film. So wherever you started, let's say for example here, we align the film here, you're going to have excess material on the other end. So just trim off that excess material there. So with your blade, find the small gap where the panel's at and do the cut. Just be careful and it should come off, just like that. And then you could trim off the excess material on the bottom. Okay, now we move on to installing the side pieces here. Continue where we left off. So just make sure you align it right on the edge. So like that, right here. And just follow along the design of the chrome here. And it should finish up to there. And if you need to lift it, you can. It's just adjusting the film and making sure you don't crease it. Once you place the film and you like the position where it's at, you can start tacking it down. And then just tack it down here. And right here, we're just going to add a little bit of heat to help it tack down to the curve, but just finish off the installation here first. And now we can apply heat to help bring this film down to the curve. So just apply heat on the areas that we need to help tack down the film to the curves. Okay, now that we finished installing this section here, we need to trim off the excess material. And once we finish trimming off, we move on to the next piece. So grab your blade and find the gap and trim off the excess material. And now we move on to this install. So with this one, align it from the top. Make sure you give yourself enough material to cover the top and just align it on the edge. It should be like this. And then little by little, work your way to tacking it down to the curve here. And if you need to adjust it, you can. It's just adjusting to your liking. So like that, you can grab your squeegee and tack it down. And then just add a little bit of heat on this section. That way we help the film to the panel here. And it should look like this. It should look flat. And now all you need to do now is just trim off the excess material. And the same thing that we did for this one, you just rinse and repeat for the other side. So look where the chrome ends. You could use your finger to make a line to indicate where the panel is in the middle and just trim it off. Apply heat one more time just to help tack down any edges that are lifting after we trim. Okay, and now we're done with the blower section. Now we move on to the top piece. Okay, so now we move on to the top section of the grill. So with this one, we're going to start off by installing the pieces that go under the grill, work our way up, and then finish off with the pieces that are on top right here in this section. So let's start by installing this piece underneath first. So this one, in order to install it, you will grab the film and align it to the cutout here on the middle section of the grill. So this cutout goes underneath. So find the cutout underneath and align it from there. So you could place the film just to hold it in place. Look for the cutout to indicate where the middle section is at. And once you place it, align it and work your way to the top. So place it, make sure it's aligned. Tack this piece down with your squeegee, and now you could work on with the rest of the film. So lift it and adjust it, and you could try to go as deep as you can inside underneath the grill to have full coverage underneath. So this one is going to be tedious. You have to take your time. It's just lifting and adjusting to where we want the film to be aligned to. And as you're going, with one hand you're lifting and adjusting, with the other one you're helping it tack down. And just take your time, make sure you don't crease the film. So try to cover it as much as you can. And now that you're here, once you finish aligning it, start tacking everything down. Okay, and now that this piece is installed and tacked down, now we can move on with this side piece here. So now the next piece, align it to this section first. So as you can see, it'll go here. So just align it, and then make sure as you're aligning it, you tuck it inside to cover the chrome. So go inside, tuck in the film as much as you can. That should be good. It's covering most of it on the inside. Lift the film carefully and tack it down little by little. Right here, just take your time, helping the film tack down to the curve here. If you feel you're getting stuck, lift it a little and just help it tack down like this. It's just taking your time with each section. Here as well, help it tack down. But if you need to use heat, you can. So it should be like this. And then just tuck in the film, and whatever you can't tuck in, we'll trim off. And use heat to help the film tack down around the curved edges. Okay, and now we move on with the inside pieces here. We'll leave this piece last just to make sure we adjust it and align it to the pieces that we are going to install right here in the front. Okay, so now we're starting with the middle section here. So with this one, start off by aligning it right on the top section here. And now that we have it right here aligned, just work your way on installing the rest of the film. If you need to lift, just lift it carefully, and then just follow the chrome panel until you reach this end here. Now that we applied the film to the panel here, the next thing to do is just start tacking the rest down. So on the curve section, just take your time. If you do need to apply heat to help tack down on the curve, you can use heat, but just slowly take your time on bringing down the whole film. And then right here, right on the middle section, just trim off the excess material. So look for the gap and then just trim off. And now we move on to this middle piece here. So with this piece, we're going to start right on the edge of the chrome panel here. So just align it right in the middle and give yourself enough material to cover the top section of the panel here. If you need to adjust it again, just adjust it as you go. And then slowly take your time in applying the film. And you should be able to reach to the top here. If you do have small fingers, you can always just lift the film and readjust them. So lift it and readjust it and just start tacking down the film. And you should have coverage on the top. And then with your squeegee, just start tacking down the film. Make sure right here, add a little bit of heat. That way we help the film tack down to the curve. And just start removing any air bubbles from the film. So heat here to bring down the film. Okay, and now we just trim off any excess material that's on the edge of the film. And now we move on to the last piece, which will be right here. So now that we finished installing all of the pieces, now we can finally install this last piece. That way we know where to align it. So with this one, just align it wherever you left off. So let's say right here. And just make sure you help it tack down, and it should cover onto the inside here. So it should look like this. With your squeegee, you start squeegeeing the film down and helping it tack down to the panel. And just to help the adhesive activate faster and tack down on the curved edges here, we're going to apply heat. And now we're done with installing the whole set. So the same things that we did for this side, you would rinse and repeat for the other side. And once you're done installing, you would just post heat the whole film. So once you finish with the installation, the last thing to do would be just to post heat the film. So it's post heat, grab your heat gun and go on each section of the film that we installed. That way we help the adhesive on the film activate faster. And post heating also helps from preventing the film from lifting on edges or anywhere where there is a curve. So post heat all around, that way we help the adhesive activate faster. Okay, so that concludes the installation video for the front grille chrome delete for the 2021 Mazda CX-9. We hope that this video helped you guys out with the installation. If it did, don't forget to drop a like on the video, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way you don't miss any upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.